love on camera, fuck on camera, you know, all the above, because it's really authentic because they're using authentic actors. See, it used to be cats had to act to become gay or you know, get in that character role, like the late Michael, rest in peace, that just died. But Mike was really an absolute bi. So it wasn't as hard for him to get in the character and do that role in The Wire. Now, call me to do a role like that. I ain't gonna be able to do it because it's already in my contract binding, homie. I'm not fucking around.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Now, if I gotta beat a nigga down in prison, rape a nigga in prison, that's a different perspective of characteristics. Prime example, I wouldn't have took on the role that DeAndre took before he went to the pen and got that 8 years because I felt it killed his career. And this crazy part about it, that was dumb for him to take that role when Denzel Washington was finna blow your ass out the water over the top. Before he went to jail, TV Land, let me explain to y'all right now. DeAndre Barnes, the dude that y'all watch on Snowfall right now, my young nigga, been knowing him for over 20 years. D is supposed to have been the real Antoine Fisher, bro. I'm going to say it again. That was Denzel's original pick of Antoine Fisher. That's when he was young, he was hot, he was on fire. He booked work after work in Hollywood. But they couldn't control him because he had a drinking situation and he stayed in character. He fucked up at parties. He'd get loaded. And so, you know what I mean? So it started putting a damper in his work. But the young nigga is skillful. I give him every bit of that, man. But this was some of his downfalls, just like my downfalls was, you know, smashing on the industry and you know, the homophobia shit, you know, and talking out of turn in contents when it's a room full of them. Who finna hire me? So now they give me the old throw-off excuse, and I'm walking out not realizing, man, I done fucked off many jobs for myself, dog. Instead of zipping it up. You feel me? Facts. So that was the offer in the email that I got up, you know, and then with that offer, like I said, came more details as far as materialistic things that would come along and that nature. But it's true, it exists. It's not something that don't exist. It's not something that a lot of mega stars talk about when they do get to that level in their life where, okay, I paid all my dues to you guys, basically. Set me free. This is what you be seeing, basically, bro. Now they crying out because they want out. They want to be free now. I done made millions. Let me enjoy my millions with my kids now and my family and being a grandfather. And but it ain't no out. It's like blood in and blood out with this shit, bro. Once you cross over.
Now with that email, BJ, they specifically tell you the rewards that you would have received if you would have took the offer?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes. That's why I just said they gave me certain specifics. Like a prime reason of a specific is let's just say, like, I signed today and I cross over. The next move is, of course, now I got to go venture into one or two of the parties because they got to make sure it's really significant. You feel me? So now I got to really go into that world. And once you're in that world and you see what you see, there is no coming out of it and being able to reveal it and think you're going to just walk out of it and walk away from it. That's why it's sacred. But see, now it got to a point in society where this is why you guys and the consumers of the world are so curious about it, and it pops up now into the frame of you guys' eyes, because once upon a time, see, when I stepped in the industry in 1992, it was sacred. So to me, it was a myth. Nah, that shit ain't going on. Hell no. Until I got in Hollywood and be like, oh shit, or go to the funny parties and shit. I'm up in Hollywood Hills in one of these funny ass parties, and when you get to the party, everything looks normal. Oh, okay, I see the bad females over here, and okay, but you get to walking around and you hitting certain sections, and then you hit a section and you see a bartender, you know, take you off and the other couple of other people and put you over here in these other private VIP sections, and you go in here and you see, oh, that's such and such. You might go over there, shake the nigga head, thinking everything cool, because you heterosexual. You ain't knowing, but nigga, this nigga here getting down too. And he thinking you with the shit now because you here. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, you got to be smart enough to know when, where, how, no, I'm good. When the invites come, I'm cool. I'm straight. I'm good.
Now, the rumor around the rumor mill is turning, and the rumor mill is saying basically that Jamie Foxx revealed too much secrets to Puff Daddy's secret sex parties.
That's why I just said blasphemy. That's why I call it blasphemy. You can't, we don't let you in over here, man. And then you're going to talk about it. So I'm going to take the world back. I know this is going to crush a lot of fans out there. It's going to make you rumble some feathers and make you feel some way. But oh well, this is my show, and it's uncut, raw, riveting, for the people, by the people, to the people. So listen. How about this? We know the great late Tupac Shakur was a genius hip-hop artist. And I'll give Biggie the same credibility. Straight up. Biggie represented that New York coast to the fullest. He carried NY on his shoulder. It's like Pac carried the West on his shoulder. But Pac originally should have been carrying NY on his shoulder because that's where he started. History. So, anywho, Tupac Shakur, the ladies' man, the goddess. Hell, I even loved it. Pac. Pac was the shit. Shit, you ask me, mimicked me in a lot of ways. However, when Pac went to go get his deal, and Pac signed over there at Interscope just before he got to Death Row, and Pac got that deal, and he was introduced to Quincy, the Godfather. Where you going with this, Bounty Hunter, BJ, AK Cap, ATV Land? Do y'all remember this picture? Imagine me looking like King Tut. I got all this gold on, and I'm laying asshole naked in the bathtub.
Yeah, man.
Don't get mad at me for telling you the truth and facts.
Now, hold up, Cap. Where you going with this now? Where you going with this?
Work.
Follow me, son. Follow me. Follow me, son. This is what's popping. That picture was Tupac Shakur when he sold his soul, man. I'm going to say it again. That picture was Pac when he sold his soul. That was the Shakespeare's Pac. That was the Pac to come out of school. Just like when I went to acting academy and acting school. That was the Pac who knew best friends with Lil Mama.
Jada Pinkett.
And they're in the same acting school, the acting academy. That was Tupac Shakur, not Tupac. See, we knew Tupac. That was Tupac Shakur. You feel me?
That's who he really was.
Was who he really was. So
right.
In that picture, this was Pac's first deal with Jimmy Iovine. That was an Interscope deal, Interscope picture, Interscope marketing picture, the whole nine. That wasn't Death Row. So his soul was already given. Already given. So when Pac started fucking up, Jimmy couldn't handle him. Like I said before in my first EP and story about this, Jimmy couldn't handle the Tupac. He knew Tupac Shakur. When Shakur turned into Tupac, the rapper, the gangster, Jimmy said, oh shit, we have no more control over him. When Tupac went to Quincy and went to the funny parties and sing with his own real eyes, this is what I signed up for? Oh, I didn't realize that. Hold on, man. Fuck no. This ain't what I want. Oh, this is what you're going to get because you signed up for it. No, the hell I ain't. So Pac became the hip-hop rebellious. I say it again. Pac became the hip-hop rebellious, didn't he?
This
and
nigga
all the
look crazy.
Start putting out to us, the Dear Mamas, on up. All the way to Thug Life. You know what he was doing? He was crying out to the public, and a lot of you people who just heard the music didn't even hear his message. He was crying out, niggas, don't never do what I did, homies. Don't sell your soul. Go in and own your shit and maintain and control, but don't sell your soul. Go back and listen to some of Pac music if you think I'm bullshitting. Go really sit your ass down and decipher the lyrics, not the beats. Pull that clip up, huh? I'd like to see that clip right quick. You just pull it up with him with that photo. It ain't no Photoshop, no none of that.
This nigga, look, come on. Like, why was man?
You see the tattoos, everything. This is Pac. This is Shakur when he sold his soul to the industry in the beginning. This was Tupac Shakur when he sold his soul in the beginning. When Pac realized, hold on, man, I come from a bloodline of Panthers, a bloodline of gorillas, a bloodline of strength. That's when Tupac became Tupac, thug life, the gangster. And Pac spoke out against that shit. Start calling them niggas faggots, calling them out on songs, calling them out on interviews. Oh, you don't do that. You blaspheming us, huh? We're coming after you now, and we gonna get you. And we gonna get you. So eventually, bro, look what happened to Tupac, homie, that we all love. The world lost Tupac, homie, because Pac gave his soul back to God, bro. Oh, shit. What you say, Cap? Pac gave his soul back to God. If you think I'm lying, go back to some of his late interviews and hear Pac speaking on God and talking from a spiritual standpoint. Go to some of his deep interviews and listen to his real intellect. When he really get intellectual on a motherfucker, you be like, damn, this young nigga sharp. Because he had realized, bro, he sold his soul. When he was over there, Rap TV, Rap City, MTV, and all that, that was the selling soul shit when he was in Interscope. By the time he got to Simon, his soul was already taken. That's why it was so easy for Simon to go get it. It was already taken, nigga. So it ain't gonna be hard for me to go get it. That's why he beating on my door. I want out, man. I want out this motherfucking island, man. I didn't rape this heifer. I want out. And they got him up out of there, bro. But now when he got out, he knew already I sold my soul. But damn, I done fucked around and got over here and fucked with the devil's nephew.
Damn.
How I'm going to get out of this one? So guess what, TV Land? He was sharp enough and wise enough that he did. Y'all just don't know he did it. They ain't revealed it, just in bits and pieces. But Pac was on his way out the door already. Pac had already fulfilled all his obligations that he was supposed to fulfill within contract binding. It was done already within the first 2 albums. So Pac had a plan, bro. And that plan was to expand into more of his film career and music connected to the film.
Yeah.
And taking his groups and putting his groups on, which was Edie and them, Gaddafi, you know what I mean? The whole Thug Life crew, the whole Outlaw crew, and the rest would have been history. So Pac had a plan, bro. So when the real Tupac Shakur that we once knew, when he signed that first deal as a youngin', like a lot of people do, who not know better, that doesn't make you less than a man or not make you who you was or none of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Me, it's just that he got caught up like a whole lot of people have done. But when he realized his move, Pac turned around and started playing chess on their ass and not checkers. And then they didn't like that.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Cap. So tying in with Jamie Foxx, and people putting it out there that people, as far as Illuminati, is trying to get rid of Jamie Foxx or attempted to get rid of him. Is there any other actors or artists that had a near-death experience?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Like who?
Nigga, Marty Moore, nigga. 20 minutes around from now, where I'm at in Point Ranch, Marty Moore got caught up dead in the suburbs, them butt-ass naked, running down the middle of the street, man. They say he was off of Sherm. Bullshit. Let me tell you something, homie. I had two opportunities to meet Martin Lawrence head on. I mean, literally meet him, shake his hand, sit there, talk with him, chop it up, and present my production package to him to look for future work. This is when he first started on his TV series with not Living Color, Martin Lawrence show, and he was hot on his movies. one of my homies, childhood friends I grew up with, Dwayne Brown, Big D out my neighborhood, which is my big homie Donnie Boy, little brother. Feel me? Bob Brown, his big brother, his oldest brother. You know what I'm saying? His sister, Sarah and them. All the Browns. I grew up with the Browns, so I know them from kids. Stayed down the street from me across the gym field. So I've been knowing this dude since we was kids.
Yeah.
My homie Dwayne Brown was Martin Lawrence's second right arm man bodyguard. It was two of them that Martin had. And one of my homies was one of his right arm man bodyguards. Bodyguard the shit out of him for years before he ended up going to jail for a body. His second body at that. He had just paroled from out of the state from doing time for a body. And he got out, came home, and he connected with Martin somehow. And he became Martin's bodyguard. So that's how I had the opportunity to meet Martin Lawrence head on a couple of occasions. Feel me? And so Martin was a great dude, man. Funny in real life, real person, great personality, smooth, man. I liked the brother, man, off top. I felt his chemistry, his vibe. Martin was a good dude. So when that shit happened, I seen Marty running down the street and they talking about he was off of Sherman. You could tell niggas with this drug addicts or that use constant drugs because the pupils. You feel me?
Yeah.
Certain signs gonna be there. And but basically what it is, it comes down into the transition once again to where when these cats take on these positions and sign on these deals, they come to a point of their life, they realize their standards and their morals that was violated are gonna be violated, and they ain't with it. So now they try to pull out in some type of form. They trying to pull out and pull away, but it ain't that easy without the problems or the repercussions. So Martin finally went on himself to speak on, the possibility of motherfuckers was trying to kill him. Don't we got that clip on? Pull up that clip.
Well, with Martin.
What's clip we got? The one with Martin or Dave Chappelle?
I think it's Dave Chappelle. Let me get it.
All right, pull up the Dave Chappelle clip because I believe he goes in to the aspect of talking about Martin using Marty Marr as an example to Jamie Foxx. So let's go to that clip right quick, and then let's go straight on in to speak on our commutation about Jamie Foxx. And I want to hear what tough opinion is. What's up, TV there? You've been tapped in, Buzz, man, with R.O.E 2023, man. Spliff DTV, man. Tough Stino is in the building with us, man, riding third shotgun, man. Yeah, sure. Man. We home, man, on the West Coast right now, man. Yeah. We home on the West, man.
Home on the West. Hold up, pulling up right now.
Very interesting. I didn't know Jamie Foxx was doing parties and shit like that. It was from cameraman.
That's now I realize that's where he got his ideas from Puff. Because Jamie is known to throw wild ass Hollywood parties, bro. Jamie got that Hollywood reputation. Jamie is known if Fox put it out there, Fox having a party, oh niggas is there because they go up.
Right.
Real parties though. I don't know what happens in the dungeons because I ain't never went that deep in the dungeons. But when the two parties I done been to was real parties.
All right, here we go.
Until you go too far in the back.
Yeah, they get to doing all that wondering. That's when I'm gonna get kicked out though, because I'm gonna get to talking that shit. And don't let that liquor bust in on nigga. I don't drink. What the fuck is this?
Bro, what the hell is y'all niggas doing?
Crossing over the next plateau.
Guys, Dave Chappelle has been trying to tell us for years that people don't just get medical emergencies in Hollywood, and that whatever is happening to Jamie Foxx may have been carefully planned and executed.
Run that back one more time, money. Yeah. Run that back one more time. They need to hear it clearly. Listen, TV land.
That people don't just get medical emergencies in Hollywood, and that whatever is happening to Jamie Foxx may have been carefully planned and executed.
When you're a guy that generates money, People have a vested interest in control.
When Jamie Foxx was first hospitalized, his daughter, Corinne Foxx, was the first to give an update on his condition. She didn't really share details of her father's state or what caused his health emergency, but she wrote, "We wanted to share that my father, Jamie Foxx, experienced a medical complication yesterday. Luckily, due to quick action and great care, he is already on his way to recovery. We know how beloved he is and appreciate your prayers. The family asks for privacy during this time." It was also reported that many tests were done to determine what caused the health scare, with one close source actually telling People magazine about his condition. "He's okay, thank God. He's still in the hospital and doctors are running tests, but he's awake and alert. They're keeping him under observation." Well, despite Corinne and the source saying that Jamie was on his way to recovery, it was reported that several of Jamie's family members flew in town to be with him, which could mean that the condition was probably more serious than what was reported. Actually, as much as they tried to keep things completely private, it was revealed that the police did in fact visit Jamie Foxx in the hospital, because Jamie himself had suggested before being hospitalized that somebody was trying to take his life. And we know that in Hollywood, medical emergencies like strokes and heart attacks are things that can easily be achieved, right?
Let me tap in real quick before is that Jaguar?
Yeah.
I love her, man. I love her spirit. I love her energy. I love her truth, bro. I love her because she the truth, man. She been on that side. She didn't give up that soul. She was able to see some shit and be like, oh, the fuck? Hold on. And she got her ass up out of there. So now she reveals it freely. Feel me? And ain't nothing they can do. Yeah, they can come try to get her. Eventually they might. But she freely can speak because she ain't caught up, bro. She didn't give them nothing to go on. So they can't shut her down. They did already. They took her music. They shut her down in that aspect. But she speaks freely, though. But anyway, what I was saying is, first and foremost, man, shout out to Jamie Foxx, man, from R.O.E, Spliff DTV, man. Tough Stino, man, over here, Tough Wear, man. Shout out to the Mr. Fox, man. We hope he pulled through this, man. Whatever it is, if God's plan was for Jamie to come on where he going, then ain't nothing nobody can pray on and say it's a wrap. Right. However, shout out to Jamie Foxx's family, man. We hope he pulled through over here, man. Hope he make it. Nevertheless, bro, you heard what the video said. Emergency situations don't happen to Hollywood or Hollywood stars or workers. Let me explain something to y'all. I'm in the union. I'm in after, I'm in SAG. We have certain coverages that covers us in the unions. When you become a mega star and you make it to that level where you're making them $20 million checks and them $10 million checks, the $15 and $5 million checks for movies, you got the best of the best of the best medical care access you can get to. You ain't even got to leave your home. So that's what Dave Chappelle meant by emergencies just don't happen like that in Hollywood. It just don't happen because you got the best of medical care around you and you got access to, especially when you're involved in a movie. The fucking director and the producers got your best interest in life and living because, nigga, they got millions of dollars invested in you. You think they want you to croak? At least not before they get this money and get this film done and in the can is what it's called when it's finished. It's in the can, man. That's what a complete film is called when it's complete and done. Sound, effects, editorial, credits, everything is in the can. Meaning you open it up out the can and it's ready. So with that being said, we moving on with the clip. It's sad, man, to say that the walls may be tumbling in on Mr. Fox now, man, because he ran his mouth a little bit too much and blaspheming one of the main fruity tooty gatekeepers, man. And that's Mr. Pissy Diddy, man. Mr. Pissy Diddy. Yeah, I said it. Pissy Diddy. That's wrong, TV land. That's wrong.
Okay, this nigga.
What you gonna do? Hide me? You ain't never hide
heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this is just another incident of a star that's trying to break free, but the top players will not let that happen. Like what happened to Martin Lawrence back in.
What did I say, up? What did I say about getting out, up?
It's a blood oath, damn near. It's a blood oath.
What did she say? Possibly trying to get out. Let's roll, man. I'm just
hold up. Hey, and we just spoke on this right here. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
You see it? You see it, Cap?
That was 96.
Yeah.
1996, he was arrested after being found wandering the streets of LA while holding a gun and screaming, "They're trying to kill me." According to one witness at the time, Martin also yelled, "Fight, don't give up, fight the power," as he was being taken to the hospital. Guess what? After that incident, tabloids reported that Martin was not taking his medication and just pinned the whole situation on him being crazy. Again, in August 1999, Martin slipped into a coma after he supposedly collapsed while jogging in hot weather. And Kanye West, who has actually exposed how people in Hollywood get controlled and eliminated once they break free.
You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
Like, he was even bold enough to mention a few people who have been unable to break free.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce. But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name. It's up.
Surprisingly, something similar to what happened to Martin.
Now, you heard what he just said.
Yeah.
Control mechanism.
Yeah.
See, he went through the same experience when he gave up his mother. He cried and said it right there. If you don't know how to read between the lines, then your dumb ass is just dumb. He sit there and cried and said, "My mama was sacrificed. You gave her up. You did it for fame." And once that devil syndrome was in his system tarnishing him, and he started allowing the spirit back in, and the spirit overflowed and got in him, look what he did. He broke wide, bro, and he started spilling the bean. And everybody started saying, "He crazy." No, that ninja ain't crazy. That nigga doing a Tupac all over again. He ain't crazy. That nigga ain't crazy by a long shot. He know what the fuck he talking about, what he's saying, man. You're the one that's crazy because you don't want to listen. And it ain't your world. You don't live in that world, so of course you ain't gonna want to listen to it. You ain't in Hollywood. You feel me? Roll clip.
Hey, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
And Lawrence also happened to Kanye West in 2016. He had some sort of episode, and before his doctor R.O.E. Pasternak even got to him, he called 911. Like, he knew exactly what was happening.
I'm actually one of his doctors. I'm just calling for my cell phone to request if we can have some police backup, because I don't think the paramedics, you can bring both. Yeah, because I think he definitely is going to need to be hospitalized, so I wouldn't just do the police by itself.
According to Kanye, when he started exposing the control in Hollywood, R.O.E. Pasternak texted Kanye and threatened he would institutionalize him again and send him back to zombie land. You know who certainly does not believe that people in Hollywood just get medical emergencies? Yep, Dave Chappelle. Back when Martin Lawrence had his episode, Dave said that there was no way that his good friend just had an episode for no good reason.
So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, "They are trying to kill me"? Yeah. What's going on?
According to Dave Chappelle, something was clearly happening in Hollywood, and it had a lot to do with people being taken out after trying to break free from the machine. In 2005, Dave himself left the production of season 3 of Chappelle's Show and took a trip to South Africa. And soon after, there were also claims about him being mentally unstable and on drugs. Basically, they were also trying to make it look like Dave was going insane when he tried to break free. However, Dave repeatedly denied those claims and said that at the time, "I'm not crazy. I'm not smoking crack. I'm definitely stressed out. These were things that overwhelmed me, but not in the way that people are saying." Around the same time, Dave Chappelle also walked away from a $50 million deal, but he also told Oprah that it wasn't about the money.
Well, I wasn't walking away from the money.
Yeah.
I was walking away from the circumstances that were coming with the newfound plateau.
He actually told Oprah that he knew exactly what happened to stars once they got to a certain level and looked like they were about to break free.
I mean, you see before, look, Mariah Carey made $100 million deal.
And this the cold thing about this. Why and how do you think he was able to get on her show? Curiosity question. That's to both of y'all. Why do you think, out of all the shows, why wasn't he on Merv Griffin telling this story in 2006? Why wouldn't he be on such show telling the story. Why Oprah Winfrey?
Because Oprah is part of the. She's part of the machine. She's that.
God
She's
damn it, boy, you sharp. You sharp, boy. Nigga, you sharp, nigga. God damn it, you sharp. Boy, you passed in school, didn't you, boy? Boy, you passed it. You got the right, correct answer, boy. That's correctly right, though, huh? They say, okay, if he gonna confess, let's let him confess to the God mama. So we have it all on tape when we get his jackass.
I don't think she thought he was going to say a lot of the shit that he said on this interview, though.
You don't think she thought he was going to say it?
Yeah, I don't think she.
Let me brief you about television, nephew.
It's
called prep. They prep us before we even go on. So you talk about what you're going to talk about, what you ain't going to talk about. It's a prep. The producers prep you. So you fully aware. Trust and believe that.
So she knew that he was going to do some exposing.
She prepped him. Here you hear today's show with what we're going to talk about, Dave. Well, Oprah, I'm just going to feel the way I feel and say what I want to say, what's on my mind, Oprah. Okay, Dave. Because she needed to get it, make sure that it's standardly recorded.
Yeah.
This ain't no behind the closed door shit. This is Oprah Winfrey show. How many millions of people are tuned in to Oprah Winfrey show? Black people at that. Not just white cultures and other races, our culture specifically. What's the most sufficient way to create fear factor and create a war with human beings right now today? And it's always been in existence. What's the most sufficient tool, man?
Media?
You goddamn right. How you think Hitler smashed
facts.
when he did, man?
Facts.
He controlled the media. Radio, everything, boy. And he put the threats down. It's the same shits with this machine. What happens when you start speaking out? The machine puts in the tabloids out there, and the tabloid stories become way more truer than you can ever fathom. You're going to think and believe in the tabloids. When this man who's going through it, or she who's going through it, is telling you out their own mouth, you still going to go believe the tabloids. Why? Because media control the tabloids, and tabloids control the factor of your brain cells and your energy cells of what you think and what you may come up with as far as your overall opinion, instead of really just sitting back as an outside consumer and read between the lines and say, well, shit, you know what? I'm going to go with the victims here, the people who sold their soul and now telling us their story, their testimony. That sounds more vital and truth to me than any tabloid. You feel me?
Facts.
So let's go and crush this out right quick, huh?
And 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, they're trying to kill me.
I could literally go on and on with more than a dozen examples of people who have been, let's say, unalived after they tried to break free. And the situation has not been that different from what's happening to Jamie Foxx. And if you've been following Jamie closely, you definitely know that he is a guy that has been trying to break free, and things just haven't seemed to work out. For instance, Jamie announced he would direct his first movie, All-Star Weekend, and by 2020, the movie was already in post-production. But in August of 2022, it was reported that All-Star Weekend was indefinitely Apparently, it was because of casting issues, but that obviously didn't make sense because the film was already in post-production. Also, just look at the amount of drama he had with his last project just before he was hospitalized. So a couple of weeks before Jamie was hospitalized, there was a bit of drama on the set of Back in Action when an employee was fired and an investigation was launched after someone asked Jamie Foxx for about $50,000. Based on reports, the staffer tried to offer up a Rolex watch as part of the deal, and Jamie called the cops on the employee. And that was also reportedly after Cameron Diaz became fed up with Jamie Foxx allegedly throwing tantrums on the set. Now, that whole set situation may have been a setup to get Jamie Foxx kicked out. And it made even more sense that it may have been a setup when the production replaced him immediately after he was hospitalized and part of his scenes were cut. Jamie and Corinne were also set to start production of
That nigga look crazy. That nigga stunt double. Yeah, that's crazy.
In the setup to get Jamie Foxx kicked out. And it made even more sense that it may have been a setup when the production replaced him in.
Look at that nigga, bro.
Man, what's wrong with that nigga face, man?
That nigga face small, but his neck is long.
Real quick, true story, right? This is one of my times I breached one of my contracts and I got sued and I had to pay all the money back that they paid me to do a co-star in a movie. And the name of this movie is called Unwelcome Strangers. You can look it up right now. You can go get it off the line, Tubi, Hulu right now. But it's called Unwelcome Strangers, directed by Rico Johnson. Rico is a great dude, man. But I was in my emotions at this time because I was going through my single father syndrome of raising twins by myself, and my acting career was doing this. And so now I got to make a decision to become a stay-home father 24/7 with my kids, because I can't just up and leave and travel, leave for months at a time now and go work on productions and set because I got these 2 kids I got to tend to. Anyhow, I breached my contract in Unwelcome Strangers, the movie. And we had already started productions, 4 productions. They had shot like at least several scenes in my scenes, right? And my dialogue. So when I quit and I told the motherfuckers and threatened production, told them, man, when this film come out, I better not see my face nowhere on this goddamn film. I'm going to sue y'all ass, da-da-da. So they countersued me, right? Cut me out the film, but still got one shot of me in the film getting killed. Now, they put me where I got killed in the film when I didn't get killed in this film overall. I lasted through the whole entire film, bro. Another one of my fucked up experiences I put myself in, man. Let's roll, huh?
Immediately after he was hospitalized, and part of his scenes were cut. Jamie and Corinne were also set to start production of Beat Shazam just days after he was hospitalized, but it has now been confirmed that neither of them will be involved in the upcoming season. So far, the only update we have on Jamie's condition is a post on his Instagram that read, "Appreciate all the love. Feeling blessed." In addition to the Instagram post, Jamie Foxx also posted an Instagram story in which he thanked Nick Cannon for taking over the Fox game show Beat Shazam as a guest host. But if you don't believe that Jamie Foxx is the one who made those posts, you are not alone. People still think that there's something really fishy going on, and that we're not being told the truth about what's really happening. As for exactly who would want Jamie Foxx eliminated, I don't know. But there have been a few theories floating around, other than the allegation that they're trying to eliminate him for breaking free. From Jamie Foxx hosting weird parties like the ones hosted by the likes of Diddy, to Jamie Foxx being hospitalized right before he's set to testify in the Leonardo DiCaprio case against rapper Pras Michel, who was an informant and apparently laundered millions in stolen CCP cash to Barack Obama in 2012. Man, there are people even saying that Jamie Foxx could be dead. I hope not. But I'd love to know your thoughts on whatever is happening to Jamie. Do you think they're trying to take him out because, just like Dave Chappelle said, he is finally breaking free? Are any of these theories involving Diddy and Obama making any sense? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below.
Now, see, this is the whole purpose of a lot of us that takes that choice in their life as far as the acting world. They make sure that you have a body double or someone who looks appearances damn near like you. This is why so many real clones that exist, you guys. There are real clones in this world that exist. Now, what they did was the same thing they did with me, with Jamie Foxx. They did me the same way. When I threatened productions and I told them to take me out the film and everything, what they did was when they got another dude, similarity to me, same weight, height, perspective, black, same skin tone, right? But they did fadeaway cuts on all my shots and they put him in the scenes as a double. And he delivered the lines. So they had to go reshoot these scenes with him and reshoot. But it wasn't hard for them to do because all they did was placement cuts and put him in them scenes that I had already shot and the lines I had already delivered. So in this movie, when you see me, you're going to see me out the car with a 45 in my hand and we going to get this food we after. And the mob is leading us. We've been led by Italian mafia. So I'm telling this fucking Irish fool that you know, I can't work with a fucking bloody Irishman like this again. You know what I'm saying, Sonny? And the Irishman, you see the gun fade away, bah, and I get hit out of scene. That shit was cut through that body double. I wouldn't even ever dare to do that scene. They didn't shoot me in the movie at all. So it was cut and spliced through a double with my body inserted. The same thing they did with Jamie Foxx so they can continue to build the productions of that movie. So if we do decide that he's out of here, that movie is finna gross because that's his last final film.
Facts.
On that note, man, you've been struck by lightning bolt, man. These are our opinions. These are our opinions as professionals. Our opinions now, man. We don't have all the answers. We just know how to do research and read between lines, man. You've been struck by lightning bolt, man. Slapped upside the head. If you're eating on something good and sweet, man, and it tastes righteous to you and it reminds you about slapping your mama, don't do that, man, because your mama gonna slap you back. Look, man, it's Spliff DTV, man. R.O.E, man. Tough Stino, we in the building, man. HTX Current News, man. Watch Satellite News, man. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Stay blessed, man. We out here. Watts.